Cybernation Uncensored.
Off all the muting. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. We are finally back after several weeks hiatus. We have our players back for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We are joined today by our amazing cast, all here this time around. Captain Mark, Chuggy, Donna Trece Cuervo, Johnny Drop, Vampire Bites, and Violent Neon. So we have everybody with us today. Very happy to have everybody back. I'm going to let all of our wonderful cast members introduce themselves first, and then we will get into a quick recap. So let's start up from the top. Captain Mark, go for it.
Yeah, Captain Mark, just Mark if you like. Wasn't here last time. I'm here now. I was here yesterday. Check that out. Fallout, Asia. I'll be playing the Rocker Boy. I'm glad to be back this evening. Sundays I'm over at Heroes in Theory, twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory, playing D&D if you want to come check that out. I think roughly same time. Yeah, I think that's it for the time being. Glad to be back. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back. Glad to have you back in. Hopefully some more autonomous decisions can be made this week. Unlike last week's autopilot, I'm very sorry. You were just on the phone screaming at somebody, so.
Yeah.
Next up is going to be Chuggy. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Chuggy305 on Twitch. Playing T-Bar, the Nomad, and the mullet's back this week, so hopefully it'll bring me luck. Wow.
It's the good luck mullet.
That's about it.
Alrighty, thank you. Next up will be Raven.
Raven, it's so good to be back to play the solo for tonight. You can catch me here on Saturdays and Fridays for Fallout. You can find me all over the internet under Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Right, thank you. And Johnny Drop.
I'm Johnny Drop. Gonna be playing your tech this evening. You can find me here every Saturday and Friday at Other Sandman 3096. You can also find me lurking on the Discord at Johnny Drop, and if you want, go ahead and check out my SoundCloud at Arxon.
Awesome. Thank you. Vampire Bites, go for it.
I'm Vampire Bites. You can find me all over Twitch as Vampire Bites, hopping into people's chats and boosting them up. And once in a while streaming, but not very often anymore. And every Saturday night you can catch me right here playing Mojo, the former lawman, now our third Nomad. This one is also land, and he's going to be getting a nice new motorcycle soon.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing what insanity you're about to pull yourself into. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Oh, it didn't go through. There we go. All right. And finally, Violent Neon, go for it.
Hey everybody, I am Violent Neon. You can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon, and you can find me here every Saturday as your most sleep-deprived, exhausted nomad who just won't stop as long as Remy keeps poking him in the side to keep him awake.
All right, thank you. Well, we'll see if any poking is going to be necessary for our upcoming session. Should be pretty exciting, as I mentioned to Rob, actually just outside of our game here, with the hiatus and with some hopeful scenery changes. Today actually marks the official start of season 2 for our game, even though seasons are really subjective. But today would be season 2, episode 1, as we are moving away from the absolute insanity that is the former campsite and the city of Night City. We are looking towards going towards Phoenix. So give me 1 second. I'm going to give a recap in just a minute. I'm going to drop down my links real fast. All right, so on the links on here, there's actually a couple of things. First and foremost, we've got our music being provided by Outworld Sounds, as normal for this series. They're the ones providing our excellent tunes, and I'm also in discussion to bring in a couple of other awesome artists from the Outworld Sounds family to get some stuff varied up. Other than that, we have Cyberpunk Uncensored. No, I gotta fix that. We are doing our rebrandings. It's cybernationuncensored.com. It's where you can find all of the supplements that we've been working on, as well as the supplements that I use and the ones that are being made by my Fallout Asia player, the Medicines of Red. And so let me recopy this and repaste this, and I will drop those in. My mistake, folks. Cyber Nation Uncensored. And as many of you saw probably from my janky intro screen, I haven't been able to fix all of the stuff yet. So in the middle of rebranding, very happy to do so, very happy with the new name, but a lot of little things need to get changed, so I'm working on it. Outside of that, you can find my link tree down at the bottom, where you can discover me on Instagram. You can find me on Reddit. You can find me on our Discord. You can find me on the internet, pretty much everywhere except for Twitter and TikTok. I'm never going there, either of those places. So Rob, don't even ask. That being said, where are we at? Where are our players at? As you can see from our map layout, we are right outside of Night City from where we had previously left off. And to recap what happened in all of quote-unquote season 1 as a whole, we were introduced to our 6 wonderful nomads here who were living as part of this Snake Nation. Snake Nation is one of the many nations that make up the different nomad clans and groups scattered all over, 2045's USA, with many different states and many different policies. They all try to live and coexist together. Snake Nation is usually more on the anarchist, free living kind of side of everything. Unlike many of the other groups, they just do those odd jobs. They'll do transport, they'll do gun running, they'll do whatever makes the cash and doesn't get them killed. The problem is that our players ran into something that did get them killed. The emergence of another group called Metacore, which they have slowly found out has been the reemergence of a former nomad nation that seems to be wreaking some extreme havoc. They went to one of the nomad councils, and while they were there, traipsing around the nomad market itself, getting all the supplies they need for their camp, a series of nuclear devices all up and down the coast started going off, blowing out everything electronics-wise, everything circuitry-wise, everything power-wise, and their illustrious leader, Bear, was in a pretty much a blimp in the middle of their meeting that got taken down. And in hopes of trying to rescue their illustrious leader, Mad Mags did the absolute mad batshit thing and ran into the fire and explosions and found herself caught off guard by a couple of the Metacore and passed away. Outside of that, we had a couple of our players, our illustrious, let me pop up our PC names, our illustrious Devilish Jack Holmes and Domino went into Night City trying to find some answers, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, just to find the city itself on a pretty much hardcore lockdown, without power, with people themselves being extremely angry and aggressive, and with the roads themselves being either inhospitable, impassable, or being guarded up by these Medicorps that are driving around. Devilish Jack Holmes tried to make a deal with some of the folks that he knows as being a rocker boy. He went to the what was that place called again? The Afterlife, right? That's where he went.
Yeah, we went to Afterlife.
Yeah, so he went to the Afterlife, tried brokering a deal with some folks, and he was in the middle of doing it, and almost everything was peachy fine, a-okay. And then all of a sudden, Domino absolutely wrecks shit out in the parking lot, blows up one of their cars, and accidentally makes Devilish Jack Holmes a brand new set of enemies that he was not anticipating having to deal with. Both of them fled the city. They were able to get out safely, and they made their way out, trying to get in contact with Domino's family, the Snyders. He finally got in touch with them, only to get ambushed by some Raffen shit while he was waiting to meet up with them. Since then, she's gotten back in contact and told him to meet her outside of Phoenix, Arizona, which is several hours' journey away, but is hopefully a safer location. During all this time, Domino and Devilish Jack Holmes were in the Dune buggy, and now Remy and Domino are in the Dune buggy driving away from this massive battle site that everybody else is stuck in. And that's where we find T-Bar, Calamity, Mojo, and Jack all stuck in this area trying to literally beat the shit out of a helicopter with baseball bats, grenades, angry cuss words, whatever they have, they're going to try and throw at them. We've also seen T-Bar himself start to finally will back his old combat training and start taking out shit right and left, as our whole group had previously wiped out 5 of 6 Raffen Shiv vehicles in literally a dozen rounds, which is, in my humble opinion, quite impressive, but also maddening as a GM. So it is what it is. We had introduction of a brand new PC coming in, thanks to some points dropped. I don't even remember by who, but that wound up being this massive helicopter with a set of drones, and that is where we find our players now. They are still just outside of their former campsite. They're shooting the shit out of this UH-9, which is a very heavy-duty transportation and attack helicopter. They've tried taking out the rotors to very little success. They've tried taking out the pilot to 0 success. They've even tried shooting at the drones that it has dropped to even less success. And in the midst of all of this, we have Domino and we have Remy driving away as fast as possible because they decided to bug the fuck out. And we have a poor Jack sitting in the back of the car, getting his shit rocked by a grenade that went off in Mojo's lap. And that's where we find ourselves, pulling back, taking stock of the situation, trying to reassess what the hell are we going to do. And so because of that, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we have T-Bar and Domino. They are driving right now, so they are always top initiative. What I need everybody else to do, so Calamity, Remy, Jack, and Mojo, please roll your initiative on roll 20. And we are going to start from there. Okay, so we've got... Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. All right, so we'll go down there. All right, we've got Mojo 15. All right, so Calamity, you are top. Next up after Calamity is going to be Remy. Then we've got Mojo and Jack. Okay, now to fill in a couple of holes before we fully start up, Jack, for the last, I think it was like 10 rounds, so about a minute, You had been in the middle of a pretty aggressive and angry phone call. The fixers that you were trying to get in contact with previously inside of Night City, they literally called you up and were demanding recompense for their vehicle that was destroyed by Domino. And in the midst of that phone call, you found out that the vehicle that he had wrecked was owned by a fixer themselves. So they are expecting that cash from you next time you're in Night City. And the grand total of that vehicle's cost came out to, what is that? 40,000 eddies. So you owe a fixer in Night
Oh,
City 40K. In the middle of that phone call, while screaming and arguing with him, a grenade went off on the inside of the cabin, and your agent has been destroyed. So you are now without an agent. You have fixers wanting you in the middle of Night City for a debt of 40,000 eddies, and you are still facing down, while in the back of this AV, a UH-9 helicopter that is ready to rock your shit. So that is a
and
full
I would
update,
also like
guys.
to point out that literally none of what you just described is any of my fault as a player. But let's continue. I'll keep that into myself.
Okay, no worries. I'm just letting you know that that's what happened in the midst
No,
of all
no.
of this. So, would you not argue with the
Dom-
fixer? Would you just kind of roll with it?
Oh yeah, no, I'd probably argue with it. I mean, I don't know if I'd even be in the car with Domino at this point,
Oh
but
no, you're not with
it is what
Domino.
it is.
You're in Chuggy's car. You're in
Gotcha,
the
The
okay.
AV.
AV.
That's
No,
why
that's fair
the
enough.
grenade
Yeah,
went off
I
next to
wouldn't
you.
have
Which
gone
is
with
why
Domino.
we're
You're right.
facing down the helicopter.
Yeah.
You guys weren't saying
Okay,
to run.
okay.
You guys were down to fight the helicopter.
I mean, it is what
As
it
soon as
is,
Mojo
but
has a
yeah.
chance to talk.
And
And I
I
said, let's
knew
hijack the helicopter. Nobody was like, no.
I knew that Jack did not really particularly want to get in the car with Domino. That's why you just stayed in the vehicle with T-Bar. And because I also know that Jack would try to do his damnedest not to literally break his legs, I didn't have you jump out of the AV. Otherwise, you would have just jumped out of the AV if you didn't have that self-preservation.
Yeah, take
reflex.
no damage.
Because yeah, that would have
I
been
wouldn't have said
66.
to fight a helicopter, but I suppose I was on the phone. So
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
grenade or jumping out would have been the same damage, so everybody stayed put.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's
Alright,
a full
alright.
update for you now that you are back in. That's the
Cool.
argument you were
I'm
having
on
with
15
T-Bar.
hit points, guys.
Woo!
That's not good.
No.
And we have no medic. Well, Kali's back at the camp.
Yeah, at the camp, which is about an hour's travel from where you're at, and you guys are still facing down that helicopter. Now, to figure out who the hell is going to go first, I need Domino and I need Chuggy. Both of you, please roll your initiative so we can figure out which vehicle is going to be going first. And I'm going to roll for the chopper. All right,
The chopper.
the chopper. All right, chopper it is. Okay, so Domino, T-Bar. Okay, so UH9. Then we have Domino. And then we have T-Bar. All right, so you are facing down this helicopter, Chuggy. You are literally facing down these whirring blades that are absolute insanity in front of you. And unless somebody write meow, and that's not Cybernation Uncensored, so Rob, no cheating. Unless somebody decides to drop in a positive plot twist, it is going to be opening fire on you guys because it has been a constant nuisance to the UH9. And so it starts to whir up, as has been mentioned before. It's Gatling gun that is underneath the main cabin. You guys have recently found out that the cabin is 100%, well, it's all autonomous. It's either being driven by something off-site, or it's being driven by an AI. You are not fully sure, but there is no pilot within the helicopter itself. And so let's get our light autocannon. And for any of you that are interested in figuring out what the flying hell is a light autocannon, please feel free to download the Vehicles of Red conversion guide. And it is over on page number 35. And fun fact and fun thing to let all of you know is that, oh, the stream may have frozen. Hold on 1 second.
And
Is it all good now?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's fine to me.
I've never seen Frozen to me.
It was probably just me.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm actually going to pop this back over and test this out because, as I mentioned to you guys, if you block the recorded window, sometimes it freezes. So let's see if that freezes it. That
It did.
freezes it. Okay, cool. So I can't use my secondary monitor for any of that. All right. This light autocannon is going to be opening up fire. As I mentioned, there are going to be some updates and some changes coming to our Vehicles of Red very, very soon. Now that I have a little bit more free time, I need to sit down with Chuggy and figure out what issues we need to resolve from previous sessions when he was trying to customize his own vehicle. We're also going to be fixing up some of the formatting. Page numbers are finally going to be added, and then I'm going to be putting in a table of contents finally, so you can just kind of select where you're trying to go so that you don't have to fish around for 10 minutes. So this light autocannon, you guys are still approximately, because it backed up, you guys are about 400 meters away, and so it's going to be opening up at a distance of 400 meters. So it's a DV-25. Give me 1 second to pull this back up. Calamity, Mojo, T-Bar. Okay, there we go. So I've got 1D10 plus T. No!
Oh,
There we go. All right, so it opens up fire at you, and it misses. So it tries opening up fire, it fails, and the round completely shrieks right past the cabin of the AV. And Chuggy, you see that tracer round pretty much straight past you, and it starts moving forward again. So it pulls up forward and moves to about 200 meters away. So it changes its distance by 200 meters. Okay, so it is a little bit closer, and it seems to be approaching back above where those drones are currently operating, because you guys had pulled back.
So, just curious, what is the total range it is from me now?
It is 200 meters away from you.
Okay.
And if you recall, you pulled back from where those drones were operating. You are about 150 meters back from there. So it is 50 meters away from this destroyed vehicle. You're 150 meters beyond that.
All right.
All right, so this is all going on, and Domino, you're going to be up next. So you are driving. You are trying to make your way out to Phoenix. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please, and I'll let Remy do this proactively as well. So both of you toss me that perception check. All right, Domino doesn't notice shit. Remy does.
Look, there's the road. There's the road. I'm tired. Remy, keep me awake. Unless you see something, then let me know about it. But
Oh yeah,
we got
you
to get
still
to
have the
Mama
minus
Snyder.
2. You haven't slept properly in what, like 3 days now? My goodness.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I don't know anymore. This is the way that I'm supposed to go, right?
Wait,
You said
Mags only died 3 days ago.
Yeah. It's only been 3 days.
Wow.
You guys have been fighting this fight for what, 3 weeks now? Because whatever you're shooting at, whatever you're aiming at, it's either very high HP, very high armor, or both. But you keep swinging.
Well, I'm pretty sure we know it's both, but
But
Either
this way, right,
the
Remy?
bat was actually the best idea.
The bat
which
was
is
the best
scary.
idea, ironically. Remy, you are the one that notices this, while Domino is sitting there just kind of, this way, right? Yeah, let's stick on the road. But Remy, you notice about 100 meters back from your vehicle, pretty high up in the air, there is a what's called a Falcon. It is a autonomous drone. Pretty much, it's got a little quadcopter that's following behind, matching the speed of your vehicle. But you notice that about 100 meters back. And it is not your turn yet.
So
It
that's
is
where that
still
went.
Domino's, but you do have the ability right now with free action or whatever you call it. You can let him know, or you can keep it to yourself.
Keep your eyes on the road, but we got a tail.
Oh, good. See what you can make it go away if you can. And I think Mama Snyder said that something like that is her too, and why I couldn't meet. Yeah, road.
Road. So Domino, what are you doing? Just continue driving?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a driving check, please. You are going through some pretty rough terrain right now. And you
Just
made
did.
it, even with your -2. All right. You are all good. Um, I'm gonna pop, that
Good is
way we don't
relative.
have insane order going on. I'm gonna pop Remy in just after Domino. So Remy, what are
Good.
you doing while you're in the car? In the car.
Um, I'm guess I'm just gonna try and keep my eye on that Falcon behind us.
All right. You're just gonna watch. You're not gonna interact with it.
Thank you,
Not yet.
Stink Palm.
Oh God, what did Stink Palm do? Stink Palm, what are you
Just a
doing?
+2.
Okay, +2.
Just a +2.
Thank you.
And there was earlier a pointless and random from other Sandman.
Yes, I was about to mention that. So while you are watching, while you're keeping your eyes on this falcon, you can see it kind of just run into a bird mid-air, little poof of feathers, and it just keeps going. It seems completely undeterred, unslowed down, and it is not changing from its course. So it is very clearly honed in on you guys and is continuing to go. So that's what you see while you were sitting there watching it. It
And
completely
thank you,
blows a
Raven.
bird out of
Too
the
many
sky.
of those and you won't get one.
Anything else that we'd like to do?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So you're in the car. You're keeping an eye on the Falcon. Domino is doing his absolute damnedest to maintain his eyes on the road. And now we go to T-Bar. So T-Bar, that round passes right past the cockpit of your AV. You still got a little bit of smoke left over on the inside of the AV itself. It smells like charred taint. That's the wonderful wonderful odor that fills your vehicle after Mojo's crotch ate up a decent chunk of that blast. So it smells like stewed taint, and you got a little bit of smoke left in there. What are you doing?
All right, and so I'm 200 meters from the helicopter.
You are 200 meters
400.
from the helicopter and 150 meters away from the drones. So the drones are down. There's 50-meter distance between them.
But the drones aren't bothering us.
And I'm 50 from the drones. Okay.
You are 150 from the drones.
Oh,
But-
okay. So,
But they're not bothering us.
right.
Yep, they are still interacting with and unpackaging the goods on the back of the that truck that you guys had taken an attack on, and that Remy very luckily did not blow up.
So the terrain under us, is it like sand? Like desert sand?
It's like really just like sun-baked, cracked, dead earth.
Oh, okay. What I was gonna try wouldn't work really then. Uh I guess, yeah, I just want to fly away from the helicopter and zigzag, I guess. I don't know. Just try to make it harder to shoot me. If there's something I could do that makes it harder to shoot me, like some maneuver I could do.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna try to kick up a bunch of sand to make it harder to hit me, but I don't think that would work with the terrain here.
yeah, in the vehicles of red, you actually have the ability to do so. It is called a aerial maneuver. And so if you do decide to do an aerial maneuver, it will make it a little bit harder to attack you from a distance. So let me pull that up. Piloting. Let's see, aerial maneuver for air DBs. That'll be a DB-17. So go ahead and roll me your pilot air vehicle. Oh my God. 37. That is, I think, the highest success we have gotten yet on
I had a 42 once on one of my flight
42.
checks.
Jesus Christ. All right. So you pull off some insane stunts. You can describe to us what the hell are you doing that is at a 37 DB check. What are you doing?
I'm going to dive straight down towards the ground and then just kind of rocket off of it, like slingshot back up, kind of a couple of times to just do something weird.
All right. Cool. I'm definitely gonna give you the +2 for that, so it'll make it a little bit harder to hit. And if you recall, the because you guys are at the campsite, where you are at right now, you can head north, which would go towards your old camp. You can head south, which will go back towards the highway outside of Night City. You can go east, which is the direction that Domino is currently taking, or you can head west, which would be towards the chopper. So, what would you like to do?
If I'm aware of the direction that Domino's going, I would like to go generally the same direction.
Yeah, he let you guys know who's the one that he contacted inside the AV. Who was
It
it that
was
got that
Remy
call?
contacting somebody.
Yeah, I think I contacted Mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Mojo had already told you. So yeah, you can totally do it. You can
Yeah.
start heading east.
Head towards Phoenix.
Yeah, I'll head towards Domino.
All right. So you've got an AV3. So let me pull up AV3 in our book. Combat 30 move. All right. So 30. So you're 3. Add 300. Okay, so you are 350 meters away from the drop site, and you are 500 meters away from the UH-9. So you drop down, you use that to kind of push your way the hell away from this site, and you're maneuvering the whole time. Okay, perfect, cool. Anything else that you wanted to do while you're maneuvering?
No, I'm good.
All right. And I just realized that we are in the middle of doing our combat, but we're not playing any of our combat music. So let me turn our Doomy Cruise back on from Outworld Sounds. My apologies to any of you who are just sitting there listening to the sound of my voice. Let me get that updated. There we go. Okay, so Calamity, you are inside the vehicle with T-Bar. He drops down. It looks like he's almost going to crash down into the ground, but then you see him doing some expert-ass maneuvers. You're getting thrown around inside that cabin like a rag doll because he does not have seatbelts or safety harnesses. The only thing you got is an oh shit bar. So what are you doing while you're inside that vehicle?
Bracing myself unless I have a clean shot to do anything substantial. Just screaming at him to get us out of here.
Yeah, you can try to make a shot. It's going to add 2 onto the DV because you're the one moving. It's going to be a lot harder to make that shot, but you can try to make a shot. What weapon do you have out? You still have the sniper rifle out?
I'm just gonna hold my action. I'm not gonna waste the shot.
All right, no worries. So yeah, you're holding on for dear life. Next up would be Mojo. Mojo, you're in that cabin. He's doing all these maneuvers. You even see Calamity clenching her butthole and holding on to that oh shit bar and trying not to fly out of one of the broken windows. What are you doing?
Yeah. Almost the same thing, but instead of holding action, I am going to radio for backup to clean up the camp
All right.
and get them. And I'm
So
gonna have them.
You are a lawman. And so
Yep,
with
roll
a
5.
lawman, you've got your backup roll ability. You are rank, you said 5?
It
All
worked.
right. So for those of you following along at home, page 150 in the core rulebook, backup rank 5. He's going to get 2 local quote-unquote county mounties. What that means is that he's going to get 2 local enforcers from the Snake Nation. These guys are going to be arriving, one in a high-performance ground car, and the other is going to be arriving in what, Mojo?
I'm assuming my motorcycle.
Yeah, so go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about
Okay.
your motorcycle.
So it's an assault bike. It's a military vehicle. It has off-road capabilities, a comm system, 2 sidecars, and a stationary heavy SMG mounted. With the 2 sidecars are the extra seating.
Awesome. So
It's
yeah,
got a
you've
combat
got your
speed of 20, narrative speed of 160 kph, total of 3 seats.
yes, you've got your vehicle coming in. You've got them being called in. So what I need you to
So,
do is
I'm actually
roll 1d6.
I did the backup arrival time. I'm having them not head to our location for assistance. I'm having them head to the camp to get everybody packed up and coordinate drivers for all the vehicles that are there and for taking people in the vehicles that they have if necessary to have us to head towards probably the road. I'll bring it on the map. I'll do this.
Hold on a
here.
second, I'm not on the map. So where? Go ahead, do that again. All right, so
Down here on this
between
main
Los
this
Angeles
main
and
road.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, because that way they can swing then and take the long way to the Phoenix area rather than taking near a city to the Phoenix area. I don't really want them to go through Los Angeles any more than I want to go close to Night City.
Gotcha.
Right, I want to avoid cities at this time. But for now, have them meet us somewhere down there on that road.
Sounds good. I'm
And
actually going to
I'll
pull this
give
up really quick. Hold on one second.
and I will give. Okay.
I was going to say I'm going to pull this up really quick, and I'm going to give you 2 names for your the guys that are helping you out, your backup.
Okay.
First one is named Maxwell Crushing Parker. So Maxwell Parker, his handle will be Crushing. And second one is going to be Leslie. Sorry, Joni Agreeable Bennett. Jonni Agreeable Bennett. So Joni Bennett is her name, Agreeable is her handle. And the way that the combat backup works is you already have a combat number, you've got SP, you've got your HP, you've got your movement body, and that's all set. So that we don't need to edit, we've just got your names. So you've got Joni and you've got Maxwell, and you're telling them to do what specifically? I want to know.
Okay. Organize the temp camp. Pack everybody up. Coordinate drivers for the vehicles. Best driver drives Domino's car. And get everybody to the location on the map right about there, between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. North of that, North Road to Phoenix. Or, well, it's technically a road to Oklahoma City, but whatever. And wait for further instructions on that road. So I don't want, just in case anybody's listening, I don't want to give away the Phoenix destination over the air right now. And then I will tell T-Bar, give him the coordinates that I gave to my backup for the organization and movement, and say we're meeting them there. We'll catch up to Domino.
I'll just nod and say, yeah, tell him to bring some Smash too.
Joni, if there's any Smash in the can, bring it.
All right, so I'm dropping this down for you right here. Give me 1 second. So this X will mark the spot. So drop that wherever you want them to meet up with you. Drop that.
That's about right. Yep, that's about right.
That's what I thought. And I am very, very sorry. Domino, I need you to roll me 66, please.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
The first thing that was mentioned by Mojo is that he wants somebody to drive your car, and the driver in your car got a critical failure -10. So there was a crash on your vehicle. So it will come a little banged up with 22 damage on the chassis.
It has armor.
So there you go. Add that into your vehicle sheet. Now we've got the APC.
I'm sorry, Domino.
That is a very much so successful driving check. And I don't believe there were any other. Oh, there was the motorcycle. And that is a successful driving check.
Drivers.
So the only one that that had a critical failure was Domino's car.
I told them to put the best driver in your car, I swear.
I did, but it was a critical failure, so that is my bad. So yeah, it will still arrive. So when you guys get to that point, you will have the APC there, you will have your motorcycle there, and Domino, you will finally have your car back. So congratulations, you don't have to grab the Dune Buggy anymore. And what was that?
I said at least I put armor on it.
Yes. All right. So yeah, your backup is working on taking care of all of those things that you gave them.
Do vehicles suffer criticals?
Vehicles do not suffer criticals.
I got 2 6s.
Yeah, I saw. You're fine.
Oh.
I actually saw that discussion at one point in time on one of the Cyberpunk, like I think it was on the Discords or on Facebook, but somebody had asked, and somebody said that they homebrewed a rule where they actually have a critical damage table for vehicles, and yeah, like if you critical, then like you blow out a tire or you break the axle or your windshield is completely blown out. I'm just like, I'm pretty savage, but that is 10 times worse than anything I can summon up. So, yeah. No, you're fine.
And I thought you wanted to put the X on the road that leads to Oklahoma City, not the one that leads to Las Vegas.
No, halfway between.
Oh, okay.
You can move that X wherever you want to. That's just where I need to determine that you're meeting up so that I know the distance.
Yep.
So
that's
that
where I want to meet first,
said,
and then my next round I can relay that destination to Domino. Say we're holding up here, we're gathering the troops there, but continue on to the original destination. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Jack. You are back into full swing. You can smell that burned taint in the air. You still got some of that wonderful smoke moving around, burning in your nostrils. Your ears are ringing. Your agent in your hand is broken and wrecked, and you are injured pretty badly at this point. Domino is on the way to meet up with you guys, and T-Bar is flying that AV every single which way. What the hell are you doing?
Like the ringing in his ears stops. And like, boo! And looks at the agent in his hand, opens his eyes, and it's red. Oh, for fuck's sake! And just kind of throws it out the AV like that. Right, why is it every time I take my attention away from you buggers, something like this happens? Which one of you decide? And then how far back is the You said it was 250.
It is now 500 meters back.
Okay.
So you guys are moving pretty quickly. It's already half a kilometer, which is pretty sizable distance.
There's not much I can do from here. He does, in a bit of a temper tantrum, pull out his revolver and just start waving it around the cabin. Whose idea was it to fight the nasty Who? Admit it. Put your hands up.
It was all of us. We were stupid. Now we're getting the hell.
No. Who opened their mouth first and said, "Let's fight a helicopter"?
What do you think?
Well, I'd say Domino, but he's not here.
No, it's the other gun crazy maniac.
Someone give me your agent.
Can I swerve just to kind of make him stumble over?
You got a fucking 37. You can do whatever the hell you want with flying, man.
Yeah,
So,
I'll just
there you
kind
go.
of swerve to make him stumble and kind of yell, "Shut up, we're leaving."
For fun. Jack will sit back
Raven,
down.
you are muted right now.
Par for the course, right?
Par for the course, yes.
I toss you my agent. Here you go.
He hits all the buttons for restore to factory settings on your agent. This is mine now. And just puts it in his pocket. You all owe me one agent. There you go.
Let me rephrase that. I tossed you the agent that I found that was from that was in the camp.
That's fine. Whatever. And then that's it. It's the end of my turn.
The one that the one that had the half dial number on it.
Okay. Well, it is now factory default reset. And we are gonna be hold on, let me see. Is that even a viable shot from the UH-9?
Is the UH-9 going to continue ignoring us now that we're flying away, just so that they can recover their precious biohazard and nuclear hazard materials?
So the range on the light Gatling gun is 450 meters, so you are literally just outside of that effective range. It does not open fire on you guys, so we are going to drop out of initiative order. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start us up with what's going on with Domino and Remy. So what are the two of you doing in that vehicle? You got about an hour. What? An hour? Hold on one second. Let me map this out. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll take you 4 hours if you take the roads. It will take you 2 hours if you try to huff it in the rough wilderness.
We're not going to the X.
Mm-hmm.
The AV is going to the X to meet up with our tentative camp. I'm heading towards wherever Mama Snyder gave me coordinates to link up with her and the rest of our group. And I sent those back to the gang so that they can meet up once they get our other group together.
Correct.
Alright, I'm going to drop a big M for Mama Snyder. I'm going to pop that in a nice little powdered blue to distinguish it. And I will drop that.
She's not going to take it anymore.
I didn't think she would. We're not
No, she's not going to take it.
Okay, so this is where she had asked you to meet out with her, so it's that one block right outside of you. It's about an hour outside the city.
Yep. That's where.
So you have, let's see, if we take the roads, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours worth of driving. Or if you try to hoof it through the wilderness, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're going to need to make driving checks, so it's up to you.
I'm pretty sure the buggy has the off-road thing, and
Yes.
I don't care about making the driving. I want to shorten I want to get there because maybe if I get there, we can solve whatever's going on, and then I can take a nap until the rest of the fucking crew shows up. So yeah, straight line driving checks. Don't care.
All right, go ahead and give me 4 driving checks. Your DV for this is 20 because you are going through some pretty extreme terrain.
Okay,
And
and
you're doing it
I
at
am.
high speed.
We have +2s.
Yeah, I was about to say I would like to use the +2s in chat
All of
because the
them.
dune buggy, also has a -2 to its driving. So we'll just negate the +2s from chat will negate the -2 from the buggy, so I'll just have the -2 of my normal drive, or of
And
my
that
normal
will-
skill because I'm tired.
Okay.
And that will burn all 4 of the +2s.
Yep.
on
So
each
you
check.
guys have no more
Thank you,
+2s in
everybody.
chat. Yep. Thanks goes out to Raven and my girlfriend Sophie. I love you, babe. Sorry, I have to. Obligatory.
And
Raven
So
has
that's a
dropped
new one
4.
from Raven.
Okay, so go ahead and make your
So,
rolls.
I've
All
made
right,
that.
first one is a meat.
Oh right, which is a fail, isn't it?
Mhm. Keep going.
I will spend 2 of my luck to make it a 21.
Hold on, just keep making your rolls.
Okay.
Let's get that out of the way
Okay.
first.
Okay, and
5 and 22. Okay, so for the very first one, as you're going off-road, you are hitting some pretty extreme little dunes and hills. You said you wanted to use up your luck.
I want to because it's after the fact you said we could do 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
I will do a 2 for 1.
All right. What's your luck?
4.
Okay. So your usable luck is now down to 2.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to make it your way there, and that's going to be 4 hours worth of driving through the tough ass terrain. Remy, you are stuck in this vehicle with Domino as he is driving full speed across what used to be the hills and cliffs and fields and all those beautiful areas of Southern California, and you are being thrown around like a rag doll inside of this dune buggy. What are you doing for those 4 excruciating hours?
I'm keeping my eye on Domino just to make sure those eyes stay open. Turn the radio up, even if it's just static, that is full blast. And I have a firm grip on the ocean handle.
All right, sounds good. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop over into OBS. I can actually turn down that wonderful combat music now because we are not in combat. Let me see. Do I have a song that's a little bit... There we go. Let's do Acid Tech. Let's play some of that for our audience out there. Be a little bit of Acid Tech now. Okay, so yeah, you guys are making your way across the mostly uninhabited wilderness of the Southern California in the year 2045. You're able to make it through all of those checks, so you're able to make your way there successfully. In the meantime, we've got Chuggy driving his AV, and you're going towards that X. That's 2 hours worth of driving, but because you are flying, you are not limited by the roads or the terrain. That will take you 1 hour to cover that distance. So what are you doing in that time?
Nothing in particular, I guess. Just kind of turn up the radio and drive.
Okay. We have Calamity, Mojo, and Jack chilling out in T-Bar's vehicle. T-Bar, really quick, give me resist torture and drugs. You're trying to focus on flying, but your coke habit is trying to come back and bite you in the nose. Go back and give me that roll.
Sorry, I had to pull back up my sheet.
No worries. All right, your nose is very itchy and you have a very heavy headache setting in. Go ahead and roll again for your alcohol addiction, your smash addiction. And you have an even more intense headache as you are attempting to focus in on your driving. Both of your addictions start scratching at the back of your brain. This endless flying seems to be really fucking with you. And so let's take a look at Smash on here. So what's going on right now is you have a -2 to dance, contortionist, conversation, human perception, persuasion, and acting. You also have a -2 to your, goodness gracious, to your reflexes from your lack of synth coke. So, your social capabilities and your reflexes are both getting hit. Now, since you are having to deal with both of those challenges, go ahead and give me a pilot air vehicle check to make sure you can focus even on flying. And this is going to be a -2.
Right, from the -2 reflex.
You're all right. So you're able to kind of maintain your focus and just power through, like, oh fuck, as you're flying past. Everybody in the vehicle can see you actively sweating bullets and a bulge
So,
of your.
I
vein
guess
on
like
your head.
while I'm driving, I'm gonna turn to Jack and be like, "Hey, Jack, you know somebody out here where we can score some score something?"
Synth coke is for peasants. Just keep flying. I'm gonna sleep. And I'm gonna sleep with my gun in my hand.
I want to make the
If
thing
anybody
score.
wakes me up,
As soon as
I'm
he
just
says
going to
that,
assume I'm being attacked and I will pull the trigger. Stop talking and fly the fucking AV.
I want to try to
Jack's
make
gonna
him
be
fall
back.
out of his seat and tell him,
No, he's got. So Jack
"You
will
got time."
sit with his arm looped into the ownership bar and his gun in that hand and will just lean and fall asleep.
I want to make the trip
Or at least nod off.
I want to make the trip as rocky as possible, just to be a dick for the rest of the trip. Like he won't do it, just that drive like a complete asshole the rest of the way, like making it as bumpy as humanly possible.
All
Like
right,
to ensure that he gets no sleep while I'm doing.
dick move, but that works, man. Go for it. Yeah, you make it. You make it very rocky, very uncomfortable. Nobody in the vehicle is going to have a chance to rest or relax during this trip. Let me separate out my dice really quick. Hold on. So yeah, it's a shitty flight for all of you. So we've got
Mojo's plan for the flight is to keep his eyes peeled on the air and ground behind us primarily.
yeah. So that's what I was going to be doing next. Is that Mojo, your backup roll ability? What it does is it gets in those number of rounds to the location that you specify. The location that you specified was the camp. It was not the X. So it takes them 2 rounds to get to the camp, and then from there they still have to drive and make their way across. Keep in mind they are dealing with an APC, which is extremely slow. So you guys are going to be waiting at that destination for an extended period of time. So just a heads up for that.
Yep.
Can I do 2 things?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, number one, I reach into my bag and I grab some synth coke and I freaking dab it on the back of my hand and tap T-Bar on the shoulder. Here, take a bump.
I will smile, be like, "Damn, you were holding out," and just
Bef- before before it goes to lean in, can I make some sort of reflex check to just slap it off of her hand before he can take a bump?
Yes, go ahead and roll me a brawling check, please.
Evade.
And yes,
Very nice.
Calamity, roll evasion.
What check was that, Cap?
Brawling.
Brawling. Okay.
So got to beat a 14. 18. He smacks that back of your hand, and the synth goes puffs into dust in the air. And all of you are now breathing in microparticles of synthetic cocaine.
That's on the side
floating
of his
around
head.
in the
What's
air.
the matter with you?
Microdose.
as soon as he's done doing that, can I punch him?
Yes, go ahead and roll brawling. Jack, roll evasion.
What is he punching me while he's flying an AV?
Yes,
It
he rolled a
has-
27. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. This
It
guy's
has
cool.
It has an artificial intelligence that
Yes.
partially drives it.
Yeah, it's helping.
Gotcha. Okay, no, that's fair enough. I was just trying to understand the logistics of doing that and not crashing us all into the ground.
Well, remember,
I don't
a
think he'd care.
single round for melee combat is just 3 seconds. So all he has to do is let go for 3 seconds, turn the fuck around and punch you, then get back to it. You guys could be nosediving that whole time. Who knows? So T-Bar, you have a 4 versus Jack's 18.
No,
so-
I haven't rolled
Oh,
yet. That was for
okay.
that was for my
Go
last
for
time.
it.
Is it evasion I'm rolling?
Yes,
Sorry.
evasion.
Yeah.
But T-Bar, you got a 4 versus a 21.
Yeah.
So T-Bar, you try turning around. You are unable to land a shot on him, but you definitely just like kind of bullying up on his shoulder, like, oh, god damn, what the fuck? And
Okay, so I do.
T-Bar, that's what you're able to pull off. What were you saying, Calamity?
Okay,
Would
so
your
now I'm
children behave?
All right.
leaning forward into the front. I hand T-Bar the vial with the synth coke, and I'm gonna look over at Jack. You smack my hand again. I'm pushing you out the window.
Do what you fucking like.
Can we just get to the meeting zone in one
But,
piece
But on a serious
without killing each other?
Yes, we can. But on a serious note, how are your injuries? I have bandages and gauze.
While they're talking,
Correct.
I take the bag from Calamity and start doing my business.
Just to make sure he doesn't smack it out of your hand,
Probably.
you just open it up and just eat the whole bag.
Just pushes his face
No.
into the bag like that.
Start palpating the old man.
Probably some crack ribs. Yep, definitely some crack ribs.
Oh, okay. You're not bleeding then.
Definitely a concussion. Oh.
Then I definitely don't think you should nap. So thank God T-Bar's keeping you awake, huh? Thump, 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 as you guys are flying.
Oh, as soon as after she
Jack-
gives it to me, I'll stop doing that. Like,
Okay.
As the healing cyberware, so I don't know whether that would matter. I guess if he had a concussion and he went to sleep with the healing cyberware, treat the concussion.
I guess that kind of would treat a concussion. They don't really talk about that in the rules. I don't think any rules.
Yeah, they
is
don't go into
that
specifics.
explicit.
I just sort of picture it as like a Wolverine sort of, not quite as quick, but like a regenerative property. So.
No worries. So you guys have exactly 1 hour on the way there. We've got Calamity trying to kind of keep an eye on what's going on with Jack. We've got Mojo still trying to keep an eye out for these peeps. And we have T-Bar finally calming the fuck down from his driving escapades. Still a headache from his alcohol withdrawal, but other than that, doing peachy fine. And what we are going to do now, we're going to jump onto a quick bio break, and when we get back, we're going to take a look at arriving at our destinations. So, ladies and gentlemen, hang tight. We'll be right back. And I'm going to leave the mics hot, so those are still on. And I will will be right back, folks.
Wait.
I also will be right back.
I'm gonna play with my lights until I get something.
You were bleeding, that's why I was offering to bandage you up.
Yeah, no, like grade went off adjacent. I guess because it wasn't like a shrapnel grenade or anything.
No, just a
Standard
standard frag.
Yeah.
I need to pick up new grenades when we can. I want to try something. And since we have that neon red catalog that has new toys, there's a satchel charge that I want to pick up.
Let's have a look. Hang on.
A new toy because it allows me to stick it to anything.
Nice. I wanna.
That's not bad. Oh.
Any cybernetics, Jack?
What's that?
I didn't think you had any cyber.
Only cyberware I've got, other than like fashion ones, I've got enhanced antibodies and I've got skin weave as well. Boom.
I feel like as soon as we come back and I get to the first words out of my mouth to Mama Snyder are going to be "Mama, I'm coming home," which I know is not a Twisted Sister reference, but it's still it needs to be made. What?
It's still a classic tune.
Oh yeah.
Oldies but goodies.
Yep.
Jack's gonna send you a 40,000 credit invoice.
Domino will probably lose it mysteriously and not remember it. Look, it wasn't my fault that you took so long talking to them. I was worried. I was trying to make sure to help you. Make sure you were okay.
He's bloody country hick in the city. That's what happened there. Doesn't understand.
Look, it was a black
Starts blowing
SUV.
up cars.
It was a black SUV that looked like one of the Metacorp SUVs, and I was like, "No, they got him. It's bad. No, we got to get him out of there. Let's blow it up and make sure they can't follow us as soon as he does get out of there." What's wrong?
Always roll to investigate before you roll to hit.
What's the fun in that?
Look, I tried to investigate. I couldn't get in, which meant
Uh.
I didn't think you could get out, so I thought you were in trouble.
Well, no, you just couldn't get in because you weren't cool enough. That's the end of it. That's what it is. Alright, I need a drink. I shall be right back.
My colored lights are blowing out my camera. weirdly.
Oh, oh. So one that I saw the other day that I have to share is, um, it really makes you think. If two vegans are having a fight, is it still called a beef?
Unbelievable.
It's even worse. That's not bad. I think a little bit green. I want that, but with a blue. Why won't it do it for me? I'll go with that. Nobody's talking. Where did my sound go? Nobody's talking.
I was grabbing my drink cap. I just replied.
Oh no. Oh, we're back to 2+2s.
No more puns, Domino.
Oh, I have a lot of puns. Let's see.
Yeah, Caps has enough to drop a plot twist. If you drop puns, he's going to drop a negative plot twist.
But 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 puns.
I don't want to die.
I have enough to drop a plot twist, but I feel weird using the channel points in our own games, so I never do.
I think the players can't drop plot twists for their own game.
So
Just like because the +2s, you can't use your own +2. They only go towards others. So I think the same thing would apply to the plot twist. I don't think, since that
Yeah.
could affect everybody, I don't think that
I
players.
wouldn't anyway. I'm just
No
having it.
capricious nature. Nobody punned yet.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Do bad jokes count as puns?
and I recently learned that a Star Trek sex party is called a Borgie. Because the Borg.
So my disappointed face isn't in the pun itself. It's just in knowing that Cap is going to punish us for that pun. And when somebody else does puns, it makes it very hard for me not to. Because I'm a very punny guy.
Uh-huh. Which is why we get along so well.
You're a very punny guy. That would mean that you're part Filipino.
No? A short female that's in a non-monogamous relationship is a Polly Pockets.
Yes. Oh, that's fabulous. The other day, I saw a news headline about a little person psychic that escaped from prison, and the headline was a small medium at
Small,
large.
medium at large. I just dropped that pun on somebody yesterday. Yes, I love it.
The other day, I was going for a walk outside because it was warm enough here. It's not warm enough now, but I was going for a walk, and I saw initially what I thought was really cool. There was this little dog giving birth on the sidewalk, and it was awesome seeing life being created. And then a cop gave the dog a ticket, and I was flabbergasted at first, but then it made sense because she was littering.
Yes. Reminds me of the zoo that I went to the other day. Only had one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
Even better than all of that, when you have a child who's an orphan eating chips, any sized bag is a family-sized bag.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. My student told me that yesterday, or sorry, 2 days ago. He's like, Mr. Deuce, do you like puns? And I was like, First thing that popped into my mind after he shared that was, I need to go tell my Cyberpunk crew. Hey guys, guess what? Immediately messaged the Discord. I couldn't hold back. Because yes, I do love puns, but as I mentioned in chat, I also like making our Cyberpunk dystopia Cyberpunk dystopian. So, from my count, you guys dropped 3 while we were on break, so that's good to know. Thank you.
You're not counting very well.
Oh no, I heard the Polly Pocket. I heard the Borgs. I heard the Shih Tzu. Oh, you're right. There was a 4th one, the littering.
The
right.
littering and the earlier one.
I didn't hear the earlier one.
A punish and putty guy.
So the one that you didn't hear was I recently learned that a Star Trek themed sex party is called a Borgie.
Yeah.
No, he heard that one. He was talking about the earlier one. The first one you dropped.
Did I drop I dropped one before that?
Oh.
Wait, what was that one?
Crap.
I don't even remember. There was littering.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
The one about the vegans. How if 2 vegans are having a fight, is it called a beef still?
Got it. So we're at 5. Thank you. Okay. All right. So, let's jump back into this. We've got our crew here. Please don't mind me eating these crackers. I'm moderately hungry. We've got our crew here. They're heading out to try and meet up. X marks the spot of where our illustrious AV3 is headed to try and meet up with the others from the camp. Mojo had contacted his backup to get everybody lassoed back together and going, and it will take them approximately 6 hours to get everything packed up and get to that location. Just rolled for it. So our players are going to be waiting there for quite a bit. In the meantime, we've got 4 hours of a drive for our Dune Buggy duo to get their way out to meet Mama Snyder. Now, what I need everybody to do right now is please drop me some perception checks. Let's see what you see.
Somebody got worse than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack is really focusing in on that wonderful concussion that he got. He got a 2. Or, yeah, 2. I can math. Domino, you don't notice shit. Calamity, yes. Mojo, yes. Remy, no. T-Bar?
I thought I rolled a 15.
Oh, 15. Yep. Okay. You noticed. Cool. So, for those of you who are in the AV, as you are flying, what you're seeing is that you've actually passed over by what look to be a couple of small little campsites. Literally just like a tent popped up kind of in the middle of nowhere, a few people mulling around like a little trash fire, pretty much. People just trying to survive out there as you guys are heading over towards that X mark in the spot. But you pass by 5 different camps that are down on the ground level over the course of your full hour flying. Mojo, you got your hand up?
Yeah, if I could tell if any of them had Snake Nation stuff out, or if I didn't, I'll radio back to the crew that's going to be following in our footsteps eventually to let them know if any of those people out there, there's a few camps, if any of those people out there are Snake Nation and there's room, bring them along. If there's Snake Nation and there's no room, just tell them where we're going, as far as the X goes at least, because I haven't told anybody else about the Phoenix yet.
Okay.
But if they are Snake Nation people, gather them. If they're not, leave them alone. And yeah,
okay.
Carry on.
All right. So yeah, you guys pass over those. You contact back to the your camp that's tearing down right now, and you let them know if they're Snake Nation, grab them. If they're not, leave them alone. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Grab them as in invite them, not grab them as in hostage. We don't take hostages.
Yeah, we don't take hostages. Do we, Domino?
I learned that game 1, and I got better at it.
So in the meantime, Remy with a 12 and Domino with a 10. For you guys, it just seems to be you're just passing through the wilderness. You don't really notice much to anything. It's just you're focusing on the road. Remy's doing his best to focus on not vomiting in the vehicle while also trying to simultaneously keep Domino awake.
Acid trance.
Yeah. So you guys are making your way. Let's see. We have a 6-hour wait between arriving. Sorry, we have a 5-hour wait between arriving at X marks the spot and the arrival of your crew from the camp, and we have a 4-hour drive. So that means that Domino and Remy would be getting to their destination first. So,
and they have 2 hours with Mama Snyder before everybody meets at the X.
Yep.
And then another however long it's going to take to get to Mama Snyder.
All right, now I'm going to pull a Rob Mulligan. Rob, I always love taking your wonderful little tidbits and pieces of advice. So I'm going to mercilessly steal. Mojo, Calamity, Jack, and T-Bar, please take off your headphones or mute your volume. All right. So as you guys are driving along, you're making pretty decent headway, and you eventually do get to that small area. And what you find at that GPS location that she had sent to you, you find what looks to be kind of an old derelict mining town. It has a couple of different houses that are there. You can see 3 of them, and there's additionally just one small building that it's just kind of sitting there. It may have been an old trading post. It may have been an old post office. You're not totally sure. but there's a total of 4 buildings in the area. 3 of them are these old houses that definitely look like they've been there for way too damn long. And you do not yet see any of the Snyder family. But you arrive there and you're at that location. You've got these different buildings there, and you've got a little bit of time to use because you haven't gotten in contact with them yet. So what are you guys gonna do?
First, try to call them.
Okay. So I'm guessing you pull over and kind of park and chill.
Yep.
Okay.
Leave the engine
So
running so that, yeah.
yeah, you pull over, you park and chill. The weather outside, it's just a sunny haze. It's the tail end of the day. It's very warm. You guys are in this dune buggy that the tarp has been eroded off, so you don't really have much coverage. You're both getting a nice little tan going on right now. And you bring them up. What is your luck score? You said it was 4,
4.
right? Okay, roll me
Yep.
1d10.
Shit.
You call and you don't seem to get a response or an answer from any of their agents. You messaged me outside of this, and I just want to let our audience know, because this is some good information for them to know, is that Violent Neon's character, Domino, belongs to the Snyder family, with Mama Snyder, Dee Dee Snyder, and Dexter Snyder. It's 3 different Snake Nation bikers that make up the pack. And you try contacting all 3 of them, and you don't get a response on any of their agents. There's no pickups and no callbacks.
Guns hot, let's find them. Let's make sure they're here or set up a camp. First, I guess maybe I'll do a lap around the town, see if we see their bikes, see if they're any undercover. I'll need you to be a lookout for that because I can't see shit right now besides this road. Or I'm not able to pay the attention thing that allows me to spot things. So, yeah, you know what Mama Snyder and Dee Dee, and you know what their bikes, you know what to look for. I'm gonna circle the town.
All right, say no more.
So, as you're moving around, what you see is that the first building that you kind of pass around, looks like there's probably a couple of different families that maybe 50 to 60 years ago were living in there. Small little public housing. The building's totally cracked down. The walls are pretty much ruined, and there's dead overgrowth that's just kind of sun baking in the heat of the outside. Another one that you find is a small building that looks a little misshapen. It looks like it may have been like a house mixed with kind of a little clinic on the downstairs, but it looks like the building has been mostly burned down. The next store or location that you see was a house that also has a little store up in the front. And it looks like at one point in time, people were definitely living there, but something blew up inside. So the building looks charred and partially destroyed. And finally, you see what looks to be a church. And the church itself has still standing walls, but 0 ceiling. It looks like something had blown out the ceiling of this building. As you're driving around the town, though, you don't see anybody. There isn't a single person in the entire area. It's a dead ghost town.
This doesn't feel right at all.
Nope. But not gonna stop.
What were you saying?
I said no. Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Should
Shall
we
we?
hunker down somewhere?
Yeah. Which of these buildings looks most secure to you?
The one that looks like it was mostly just like a little housing tenement kind of area. It looks like it might be the safest one to hunker down in. It still has walls and roof.
Okay, let's go to that one. And does it have a garage?
Nope.
And I'm gonna off-road it around back, and see if I can try to conceal the buggy a little bit, and then shamble towards the door, leaning on Remy so that I don't fall down.
Okay. All right. So you get to that building. You park around back. What you see on the building is that it's got four doors, two in the front, two in the back. So it's definitely one of those. What are those called? The houses that are split down the middle.
Duplex.
It's definitely one of those old duplexes. Um, the doorways seem like they've been covered up with piles of trash and dirt and debris, stuff that's blown in over the years. But you also see a set of windows as well. The windows look like they're fully closed and battened down, although some of them look like they may be broken. But the building itself is completely dark. The inside of the building is filled with dust.
Okay, Remy, cover your ears. Mama, are you here? I'm belt out.
You hear an echo back from you, and that's it, other than the whistling of the wind.
Okay, yeah. Left or right?
Right.
All right. We go into the right building. The right door of the singular building that there's one of but two parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bed.
Let me find out. All right, so you go into the right building. As you go in, you see that there is a bed frame there, but there is no mattress left over. You can see that there's still some stuff left behind inside the building, but it's mostly barren. Inside the building, you can see that there's some smears on the ground. You're not exactly sure from what, or if something had been living in there in the past, but there's some unknown, weirdly colored crap on the ground that's completely dried up.
Let's check the left to see if there's a bed with a thing that I can sleep on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you go into the connected building, and what you see as you open up the door is that there seems to be there seems to be some issues with the actual building itself, and you can hear a creaking coming from the walls as you open up the door, and both of you can start hearing that the walls of this building are no longer really all that steady. But you don't see anybody inside. Do you go in to look for that
mattress? Yes.
All right. So you go inside. You start checking out for a bed. Roll me a luck check. 1d10, please. So it takes you a little while. It takes you about like 10-15 seconds to continue looking through, opening up the doors and getting your way deeper into the building. But you do eventually find a bed that's inside of the building. Remy, are you going inside to check with him?
Well, someone should probably keep lookout.
Okay, so you're staying outside?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you do find a bed, Domino.
Cool. I go to sleep.
All right. So you come inside. You start making yourself comfortable in the bed, and you start hearing.
I fall down and I go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Then you don't hear it. Remy, you hear it from the outside. You start hearing more cracking coming from the walls themselves, and it seems as if the structure itself might be possibly crumbling. You don't see Domino anymore. He's disappeared into one of the indoor rooms. What are you going to do?
Hey, Domino. Buddy.
Domino, roll me a perception check.
Yep.
You do not hear him.
Son of All right.
Remy,
Let's
this
make this
building,
quick.
yeah, this building as a tech, you can tell looks like it's just about to come down. I need you to go ahead and roll me a, let's see, roll me a, what's that called? I'm still thinking in Fallout terms. Damn it. Roll me an evasion check to see if you can get into the building safely as you start seeing some of the pieces from the walls and the ceiling falling down. So you make your way into the building, and you are very unlucky in this regard. It starts crumbling in around you as well. Both of you are now going to be trapped inside of this building as it literally begins tumbling in on you. For those of you who saw that link I dropped in our wonderful chat, this is from the Perchance Generator. Both of you had a stroke of misfortune. The building crumbles in after 5 rounds. Now, sadly, Remy and Domino, both of you are inside that building, and you're going to be dealing with the incoming debris. I'm going to let both of you please roll me 4d6. All right, so Remy, you take 14 damage as these pieces fall in on you. It ablates through your armor, so you do not have armor protection. It's not a projectile. Same thing for you, Domino. 16 damage as you rest yourself into the bed. You can feel a little bit of dust hitting your face as plaster falls down, and all of a sudden, and it comes down. The ceiling comes in on.
So, and that's 16 damage just straight through?
Straight through.
Okay.
No damage to your armor.
Okay.
And that's where I'm going to have both of you please take off your headphones. And everybody else, come on back. Raven! She can't see us. Okay, I'm just going to message her on Discord. Raven, come back to us. There we go. Can you hear me, Raven? There we go. All right, she's back.
Were you waving us back in, or were we supposed
Yes.
to leave?
Nope, you're good. You are back in. They have left. So you guys are out at that X marks the spot where Mojo had laid down the location, and you guys are chilling and waiting. And over the course of time, you're able to finally see some dust getting kicked up in the distance. And slowly but surely, you can see that there is an APC, a motorcycle, and a very, very highly customized kind of land whale car that Domino calls his own, thumping its way across this ruined, dried out area. But it eventually makes its way. So you guys are standing there, and you can see these vehicles come up, and there's now a total of 12 people that are with them. They were able to find successfully 2 other folks that were out in those different camps as Mojo had requested to pick up and bring with. But you see the APC,
Excellent.
It's in running order. You see Domino's car, it looks like the front bumper got torn off. You can see the
dear.
motorcycle, which looks to be in perfectly fine condition, all arriving to your location.
Excellent.
So what are you guys doing?
Hey, now that we're all here, we're going to coordinate. We'll actually, first thing probably do is use the agent to try and reach Remy or Domino. Text.
So
Like,
Mojo,
we are coordinated. Where are we meeting you?
Mojo, you take out your agent and you try calling up both Remy and Domino, and neither of them pick up their phones.
Do I have Mama Snyder's number?
What is your luck score?
Not great.
All right, roll me a 1d10 under not great.
I did not.
All right, so you do not have her number in your phone. You've never really interacted with the pack. Your only interaction with them was through
Yeah.
Domino. You had his number, but he's not
And
picking up.
probably through Bear or who and the other leadership. But yeah, not directly with the local family, the tight knit group. All right. I will send them both a text, and otherwise I will coordinate with. Let's see. T-Bar can take whoever wants to go with T-Bar. He'll be the fastest, so get to the original meetup location that we got from Remy, where the M is. And then probably I'll take my motorcycle and keep the same driver in so that they can explain the damage to Domino when we meet up.
All right. Can you give me a quick heads up? What were the names of your backup again? We had Maxwell and who?
Yeah, it's on the front page of my sheet. Maxwell Crushing Parker, and Joni Agreeable Bennett. Joni and Maxwell.
All right.
How far are we from the meeting spot?
So where you are all at right now, you're at that wonderful little X. Let me.
So
I'm
I'm
looking
thinking
at you guys. So you're
that
out here,
yeah.
flying. You guys.
I'm thinking the road people.
As the crow flies,
would
it would
go-
take you guys 2 hours to get there. By the roads, it'll take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to get there.
I'm thinking not going down to Los Angeles, but taking that north road and then dropping down to the M. Right.
So 1,
So
2, 3, 4. So it'd take you about 5 hours.
unless there's a way to do like this little short hop to directly to the road instead of backtracking a little bit first. Depends on what the local roads are like, considering these are just highways.
Yeah, you guys would
but
be
in
able
this
to get
area,
down
I'm
that
not
local
expecting
road.
much in the way of local.
As I mentioned, by the roads, it'll take you guys 6 hours to get there. If you want to drop down around that attack site, this one right up here, if you want to drop down from there and head straight south, that will be roughly 5 hours. And by flight, it will take about 1 to 2.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that T-Bar takes whoever wants to go with him in the AV and go direct. Any of the vehicles. So Domino's vehicle and my vehicle have off-road. Does the APC have off-road?
It flies.
No, the
No,
APC.
The APC. The
I
APC can, but whoever's driving it will have to make some driving checks, and it will incur a little bit of damage because it's not full off-road capable.
Okay. All right, we'll go the most direct route possible then, and just put. If we get kind of separated, I don't think we want everybody to go as slow as the APC, because Domino and Remy are not picking up. I sent them a text saying we're on the way.
Oh,
but now everybody has.
The APC is off-road capable.
Awesome, excellent. Yes, then we will go the most direct route possible.
Okay.
And AV, don't wait for us. I think the ground crew might travel at the speed of the APC just to protect in case we hit any raiders or Raffenschiff along the way. But they're not picking up. I want to get people to their location as quickly as possible. So AV and I think our core crew minus Mojo is probably going to go in the AV. And then Mojo will lag behind and get there when we all get there with everybody.
So before I head out anywhere, did they bring Smash as T-Bar's main thing? Did they do a beer run on the way there?
They were unable to do a beer run on the way there because Mojo told them to go straight there. And if you remember, you drank all of the beers that you had found while you were in that cave while giggling and laughing at them doing all the work on repairing the APC.
Do they know if any of those camps we saw along the way might have some?
So in that regard, go ahead and roll me under your luck and see if we find any beers from those new folks that they picked up. There's 2 people.
No.
They did not have any.
I wasn't asking if they had it, if the camps that we saw along the way might have had it. Like,
so the
Just
2
get
Snake
there,
Nation folks
T-Bar.
that were gained did not have any Smash with them.
We don't know anything about the other camps at all. Just get there. I'm sure Phoenix has plenty of Smash for you. After you meet up with Domino and Remy, take a side run into town on your own and get all the Smash you want.
Right. I'm not objecting to this plan, except for one tiny detail.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive Domino's car. He runs over to Domino's car.
You'll stay with me? That's awesome. I like that noise. I like that noise.
Oh.
So the party is splitting up yet again.
Yep, even more.
well, I was actually going to say that I think that traveling in a larger group would be safer than splitting up.
Yes, but neither Domino nor Remy are answering their phones.
You probably fell asleep.
Do you have Mama Snyder's number?
No, you would have been the one person that would still be in contact with them, Mojo, but you did not.
Yeah. No. Can't say I've ever had the pleasure.
Yeah, okay. It was either Mama or Dee Dee that was a big fan and might have gotten
Yeah,
numbers.
remember his cell phone got destroyed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has nobody's number anymore.
Nope.
Jack knows precisely 2 people's number off by heart. One of them is dead, and the other one he really does not want them to know where he is. I'll leave
That's
that there.
completely
Yeah.
fair.
How far is Vegas? Is Vegas? That's pretty close to where we are. How long would it take me to fly there?
It would take you about 20 minutes to fly to Vegas.
Yeah.
I like where you're
You could have done that while we were sitting here waiting on the other people.
I mean, honestly, I would have, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would mention that to them that I plan on going to Vegas and stopping to get some road supplies.
A 20-minute beer run to Vegas. Yeah, if you had thought of that and brought it up while we were in the 5-hour wait for the rest of the crew, Mojo wouldn't have said anything.
I didn't really. I mean, I would have, but we didn't really play that part out. So, but whatever.
Yep.
I will.
You're fast enough.
I'll probably not. I probably wouldn't even mention it. I probably would just do it.
Yeah.
When I left.
So who is in which vehicles?
I have no fucking clue.
That's by the way. So Mojo's driving his motorcycle. It's got 2 passenger sidecars.
Mm-hmm.
The APC was a total of 6 in the driver, if I remember right.
Let me pull that up. It
I don't
has
remember.
can hold 10 passengers total.
Yeah, 10. Okay. And then Domino's car has driver, passenger,
And 4 passengers.
backs, and four back seats, or 3 back seats.
Yep, because he drives the Landway.
Total of 4 passengers.
5 passengers and driver.
Gotcha. Okay. So Mojo will probably take 2 of the 12. The other 10 can go in the APC, one of which is driving it, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then Jack is taking Domino's car. Calamity, where are you going? Are you going with T-Bar or are you going with Jack?
T-Bar.
Okay. So
Vegas
that's where
run.
everybody is. Yep.
Okay. So we've got Jack driving Domino's car, which he's going to be delighted to find out when he puts his headphones back on. We've got T-Bar and Calamity together. We've got the APC driven by the NPCs. And we've got the motorcycle being driven by Mojo. Who's in your sidecars? Are those going to be your deputies? Your backup?
Yeah,
Or do you want
probably.
them in the
We'll
APC
keep them
with
a
2
lot.
strangers in the sidecars?
How about 1 in each? Spread out the
Okay.
firepower.
All right. So yeah, you'll have one of your deputies with you, or one of your backup with you. One is going to be in the APC. All right. Sounds good.
I'll take Jenny. She sounds agreeable.
Okay. Another pun. Wonderful.
No, it's her name. It's her handle.
I know.
It's not a pun.
I'm just kidding. So yeah, you guys start making your way. And T-Bar, where are you going?
I mean, if there's anything like a gas station outside of Vegas, I'd rather not go into the heart of the city. But basically, I wanted to just like try to get like some road supplies, like food, smash, any other drugs he can acquire, and I also wanted to put $100 on black somewhere. They have like a slot machine, somewhere, roulette, like outside of the city.
Give me 1 second. So this is
50
a
with
perfect chance
2 for
right
1
now
payout.
to roll up a bodega. So
Yay!
let's see. By the way, anybody who is watching, Rob Mulligan has a wonderful video explaining all about how the hell bodegas work. Pretty much what it is it's a nice little small corner shop, aka what he's asking about. He wants a little gas station, pretty much a little hole in the wall where he can just stop and pick up random shit. So we're going to pull that up. If you want to try and head north first to stop at a location, that's fine. Go ahead and roll a 1d6.
Say it's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, so at that location, let's see. At that location, you are able to find, as was already mentioned, it's a one-stop shop. You're able to find that they have a couple of different vendits chilling out outside. They've got gas at the pumps. Inside the vendit, they have single slices of continuously heated, artificially created pizza. That's it.
All they have is pizza?
All they have is pizza. It's a mechanized little road stop. There are no people there. It's got gas pumps and vendits. And a cigarette machine.
Unless Calamity is in a hurry, I'm not in any rush to meet them. I mean, especially since we're going to be hours earlier. Like, I would continue to just kind of look around for that kind of
Since
stuff.
we're in the city, we're in the city, I wanted to see if I could grab a couple things before we head back out.
Are you talking about going into the city or the outskirts? Because now you guys are confusing me.
Well, since we're out here, but
I mean, I will go into the city, especially if somebody else wants to. I was just trying to acquire what I could outside of it. But if I can't find it outside, I would go inside.
So what are you guys doing?
If you're willing to venture in, but it's kind of we're trying to locate 2 party members.
Right, but we have like 5 hours ahead of them, I think, or 3 hours ahead of them. 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we could quickly run in and try to get it, I would try to. Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to do is probably going to take longer, so we can come back another time.
Okay, so you just want to keep looking for gas stations? You're gonna head into the city. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We'll just grab what we can from here, and then I'll get T-Bar to take me back later.
I'll look for one more gas station if I can, and then leave if that's all right.
Roll me 1d6. All right. So you are an extremely lucky individual. You rolled a 6 and I rolled a 4. You find another one of those autofill gas stations. There's a couple of pumps there. There are 6 vending machines chilling outside, and every single one of them is selling Smash. All 6 vending machines. What do you do?
Commit a crime.
Oh
Commit
yeah.
a crime? Oh God.
I think about that. My AV can tow like a whole bunch, but I resist that urge, and I have money. I guess
Hijack the vendor.
that was my first thought, was to like hook my towing equipment up and just tow it away.
So airlift them all out.
Hello.
Hold on.
I would. I wanted to buy that. As
You wanted to buy what?
I'm checking my money, how much I have. I haven't used money yet this campaign, I don't think.
Because within those machines, you have a total chance of finding. Holy fuck! There are a total. It is pretty well stocked because it's just outside of Vegas. There are 56 Smash in those vending machines, so you can buy as many as you damn well please.
What
based
is?
on your cash.
They're like 10 each.
10 eddies each. Yep. So it'll be 560 eddies if you want to buy all 56. Just keep sitting there pushing the buttons, feeding in money.
No, I'm not gonna do it. That.
Do it.
Do it.
I will
Do it.
I will spend 100 eddies, so I'll buy another 10.
Okay. All right.
Do
so
they have anything else in the machines other than?
That was literally it. It is a gas station stocked to
It's
the
a
brim with
Smash
6
station.
liquor vending
It's a
machines.
Smash station.
It's a
Do they
Smash
have
station.
any kind of slot thing or like T-shirts, anything like that? I wanted to get a Vegas T-shirt while I was there to wear back, just because I figured it would annoy Mojo to see me. That I
Roll me
went to
1d6.
Vegas.
Let's see if you find it.
Ah.
If they've got a little vendit there for little machines. You are able to find one. Yes, you are able to find a vending machine selling T-shirts that say "I Heart Las Vegas" and "I Heart Reno."
I get me and Calamity a shirt to commemorate the trip to Vegas.
Awesome. Go ahead and take out another 10 eddies. So total expenditure
120.
Oh,
110. Okay.
Yeah, 5 each.
And a Smash bumper sticker for his AV.
Yes, if they have something like that, I would definitely get it.
Fuck it, YOLO. Yes, you see a bumper sticker that just says "Smash and Drive." Really huge print.
Oh my god.
Another 5 eddies if you want to buy it.
Well, yeah, definitely.
All right, so you've got a bumper sticker now that says "Smash and Drive."
Right.
2 T-shirts and 10 cans of beer.
So I will throw one of the Smash to Calamity and tell her, "Oh, thanks for the Thanks for helping me out back there. And
All right,
I
Calamity,
guess
roll me.
remember that
Roll me.
a smash and a T.
Yeah, smashing a t-shirt. Roll me resist torture and drugs. Let's see how well you're able to handle your beer. And yes, Johnny Drop and Violent Neon, you both are back in because they're about to head to you, but they decided to make a quick detour and stop to Las Vegas because your well-being is on the lower list of priorities.
I'm alcoholic. That's
Good point. Yeah, so you're able to resist that smash, and you're able to enjoy the savory, bitter taste of a smash. Yellow, foamy, and sold in cans everywhere. Smash is your friend. And now you are about to smash and drive.
I look over at him. You're taking me back here when you get the chance. I got some shopping.
oh yeah, I definitely want to do some gambling.
Yeah, you did not find any slot machines there. You're not inside the city limits, so you didn't find any slot machines. But you've got your two T-shirts. You've got your smash. You've got your bumper sticker, saying "Smash and Drive," and you are set on that. Now, do you plan on heading towards the stop location, or are you going to head into the city? That's the real question.
Oh no! As soon as I got that, I will head towards the meetup spot.
All right. So we've got now everybody driving their way, and wonderful that Domino has now had a chance to join us because Jack needs to roll a drive check for driving Domino's car.
Okay. I said I'd get you back. All right. Where's me?
Yeah, this one goes. Domino, you've already got a little bit of damage. Your bumper is hanging on for dear life with some duct tape. Let's see what Jack's able to pull off.
On the bloody.
Is it on your character sheet? You have
Where's
it?
Drew? Yeah.
Should be under
Oh, I'm looking in the wrong one. Yeah.
There's a few +2s in chat. There should be about 4, unless
We've got +2s.
Unless some of those were used by Remy or Domino earlier.
There were not.
So, okay.
And Domino
there's a
put
total
2
of
in
4.
chat, so.
So
Yeah,
there
it's a
is
total of
a.
4 right now.
Oh, that's already.
I'll
been
take one if it
used.
helps.
That one's already been used. All right.
It would have been-
So where we are at, you've got one +2 from Violent Neon that you can use, and another +2 from Violent Neon. Do you want to use those +2s or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, one or both.
Because I'm on 15 hit points, so I'll just
Okay,
use
so
both. Yeah.
it's going to use up both, and you get a +2 on this. So that'll put you up to a 17, and both of those are getting eaten up. So Violent Neon, just think of it as an investment in your car. So you are able to successfully make your way from that location out to this small little podunk town as you guys are making there. I'll give you an explanation in just a second. But you do not incur any additional damage. Luckily, your DV to beat was a 15, so if you did not use up those +2s, there would have been some pretty significant damage. So yeah, you made it. Let's see how the APC is doing. All right, the APC does not have any issues, and I need our wonderful, wonderful new Nomad Mojo to make a drive check. 16, you got it. So all of you are able to make your way across that kind of deserted, desertish landscape while Mojo and and Calamity are fucking around outside of Vegas. Both of them eventually finish their trip after searching for about half an hour, and they hit the thrusters and make their way out. The 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 of you start seeing in the distance this location that was being referenced to. I need everybody to drop me a perception check, please.
Thank you, Stink Bomb.
Oh, did Stink Palm give us more +2s?
Yep.
Stink Palm, you know you can save those for your Fallout game, right? Just like Raven's always doing, saving them up and then dropping a fuckload of them. Preservation might be a little bit more important over there. The only thing
That
not
is
getting
one of the-
preserved here is Mojo's taint and Domino's car. So
Domino himself and Jack himself.
okay, never mind. Yeah, so 3 things. All right, so let's check out those perception checks. So let's see.
That is
Calamity
the
is
worst
15,
Mojo has ever gotten on a perception.
Jack 15, Mojo 16, T-Bar 11.
Mojo got a 14.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so Calamity 22.
Yep.
Jack 13.
25.
25, yes, +3. All right, so all of you except for T-Bar again. Oh, and Jack. Okay, never mind. So Mojo and Calamity, the two of you in your respective vehicles, you're able to notice as you guys are coming up, especially up from Calamity's vantage point because you're up in the air with T-Bar. You can see that there's a little bit of smoke and dust coming from one of these small little houses in this distance that you're heading towards. You see 4 different structures in the middle of a gravel dirt road, and 3 of them seem to be just kind of derelict, whereas the 4th, the roof and the walls of the building have just recently collapsed in. You can see smoke and dust coming up. What are you guys going to do?
I would tell T-Bar, direct him towards what I see. Like, hey, check that out.
Yeah. Mojo will head directly towards it.
Okay.
Assuming the worst.
Okay.
Trying to get Jack's attention, but I don't have his number, and
I don't have my
waving
number, to be fair.
waving
But
and
I would just
pointing.
probably.
Yeah.
No. I'm
just
probably-
waving and pointing towards the smoke.
Yeah.
And Jack, you're driving, so what are you doing?
Yeah, I shall head towards said smoke. Question, I suppose, just for Violet Neon. Don't tell me what's on your car because Jack doesn't know. But is there just like buttons and stuff on the dashboard to like activate the various bits that you've got on your car by any chance?
No, because the car is it's relatively straightforward with its
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a pretty
Setup.
basic, just kind of reinforced loadout on your vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
going
just trying to
for
plan
safety
sort
and
of tactically.
convenience instead of fancy bells and whistles like T-Bar has.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I've got an idea of what I can do then. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I head towards the smoke cloud that's been pointed out to.
Yeah, so all of you are making your way there. You can see that smoke and that dust kind of billowing up from this structure. As you pull up and as T-Bar kind of comes and swoops down, you can see that this building literally just collapsed in within the last 5-10 minutes. You don't see anybody there, but what you do see is that parked around the back, I guess you could say, of whatever could be assumed of the back is Domino's vehicle, or sorry, not Domino's vehicle, is the Doom buggy. So you can see that parked out
Bear's
back
buggy.
of the structure. Yeah,
Oh,
Bear's
yeah.
buggy. So what do you guys do?
Roll up as close as seems safe, start calling out, and probably run into the building if I don't get any answers.
All right,
or-
now
Try to dig the way out. I don't have any fire extinguishers, so I don't know what we're going to do.
yeah, so for our 2 intrepid explorers here, both of you have a chance right now. Roll perception checks to see if you can hear the vehicles roll up or hear if you can hear Mojo screaming out. Domino 6, Remy 11. Oh my lord. You don't hear any responses from the rebel, Mojo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dig with whatever makeshift tools I can get. Like if there's boards that look sturdy enough, I'll use them to lever things that are heavier. But in general, just digging in with my hands.
Okay. So
Get
what
the
I'd like,
deputies to come over and get.
and what I'd like,
They're probably in here.
like Remy and Domino to do, both of you give me a. Let's see. There's no survival endurance check, so give me a second. I got to figure out what I'll word for this. I'm trying
Well,
to.
there's an endurance.
Isn't there a skill called endurance?
Yes, there is an endurance.
There is endurance, but my brain was thinking survival endurance because of Fallout.
Yeah.
Yes, both of you give me an endurance check. Should be under body skills. Domino 18, Remy 14. So Domino, you're able to
19.
more so kind of get your arm, get it popped out. You got a 19 with that critical success, and Mojo, you're able to see Domino's arm kind of pop out, a little bit cut up, a little bit bloody, but
A lot of cut up.
You hear what seems to be kind of rustling and movement, but you don't see any other arms pop out.
Focus on that area carefully.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an endurance check.
Me or?
Mojo. There you go. You're able to successfully get the rubble off of Domino. So you now see Domino lying there on top of what used to be a bed and a mattress, pretty bloodied up and covered in dirt and dust.
Extremely bloodied up and broke. Like
That's what happens when you try to sleep.
I give up. Ow.
Yeah, let's get you out of there as carefully as we can.
All right, yeah, you're able.
As you pull him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you pull him out of the
Clayton,
rubble.
You said you had bandages and stuff. See if you can do any first aid. And I'm going to keep looking for Remy.
Okay.
Jack, what are you doing? And T-Bar, what are you doing in the midst of this?
Yeah, just as he's pulling Domino out of the front rubble, Jack will pull up. Oi! Yeah, it drives like a... Oh, bloody hell. He's got, like, Domino's car keys in his hand and he's, like, jangling them like this. Throws him back in the car and closes it. Runs over. More rubble, so I can piece together what's happened here and I can see Domino and I can't see Remy, so I'm going to start digging for him.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a endurance check, and I would like Remy to roll me another endurance check, please. Let's try and get you out of that rubble.
Oh, I'm rolling an endurance check as well.
Yeah, both of you. Because you're
Okay.
digging, you're trying to move these big chunks. Ah, there we go. Yeah. All right. After just a couple of moments, you hear Remy digging around. Jack, you're able to kind of jump on top without jumping on Remy himself and get some of those bigger chunks off. And Remy, you see Jack standing there face to face. Remy is just kind of covered in dust and some little bit of blood and scratches.
Yeah, you can't die yet, son. You got to fix this. And he like just knocks against the armor jack that's underneath his like the floral shirt that he always wears. Yeah, all right. And it kind of puts your arm over his shoulder like that, and leads you away from the rubble.
Bandage him up.
Let that idiot get buried. Next time I try to do something nice.
So our group, you are all together. What are you guys doing?
Was there?
What the fucking hell happened?
Are they conscious?
They are conscious, yes.
I ask if there's
Yeah,
anyone else in there.
No.
Where's
These
Mama?
are the coordinates that Mama gave, but she and the kids aren't here. I need to be... Can somebody set up my tent and stuff so that I can sleep and stop hurting?
Ollie can probably take care of both of you.
Yeah, as
I'll
you're
set one of
mentioning
them
that,
up.
Collie actually does come up and she's like, oh shit. This is what happens when you leave for one afternoon. God damn. Oh, fucking Mags were here. She beat the
3
shit out of all of you.
days. 3 days. What the fuck do you mean one afternoon?
It's been one afternoon since the others left.
Right. 3 days for me.
Yes,
So,
but she's not
yeah.
just looking at you. She's also looking at Jack, who has bullet holes and is still probably bleeding. Remy, who she has seen just that afternoon or that morning. And
Domino's barely cognizant of the others.
yeah, so she's just like, God damn it. So she comes up and she's gonna grab Domino first, and then she'll be tending to the others later.
What happened here? Is it
hold-
safe to set up camp here?
Yeah. So as you're asking that, what I'd like to ask you guys: does anybody here have cyber eyes? Anybody here have cyber eyes?
Nope.
Cyber eyes?
Cyber eyes, yeah.
Yes.
Domino.
All right. Do either of you have? Oh, there's a very specific one. Hold on one second. Up, CYBER. Cyber eye. Okay, cyberware. Cyber eyes. Oh my god.
Enhanced
There we
imaging?
go. No, not enhanced imaging. Hold on one second. Low light infrared UV. Does anybody have low light infrared UV?
Not yet.
Calamity?
No.
Okay. The reason I ask is because it's starting to get dark. The sun's coming low. It's starting to set. But yeah, it's getting a little bit later. You guys have been driving and waiting and driving and waiting and driving and waiting and fighting, and the day is starting to come to an end. But Kali does definitely take care of Domino. She'd also start setting up inside the APC to get folks coming inside so that she can give medical treatment too.
Didn't we steal some like spotlights from that gas station that we robbed? Or not robbed, but rummaged through? I remember some kind of light, something with lights from there.
I don't know, guys. Anybody get that in their inventory?
I didn't put it in my inventory.
Mojo was not a part of that run.
Nor was Domino.
I've
Random
got
stuff. Spare parts. But
road flare, glow sticks,
I had a
I-
I
flashlight,
think
but
I
not.
think
and my own flashlight.
Mm.
Oh, I have it.
gives off
I do
lots
have
of
it
light.
in my inventory. Construction lights, a box head, plastic jugs of bed, and plastic skeleton.
All right, Mojo's going to say, you know what? We don't have a
Hold on
choice.
one
We're
second,
setting
guys.
up
What were you saying,
temporary
Remy?
camp.
No, nothing. All I have is a wrist speedometer.
Okay. Sorry, what were you guys saying? Go ahead, Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo's going to start, taking charge and directing camp setup to say we don't really have a choice. We need to make this a temporary camp, but we have to take watch shifts because I don't know if this area is safe or not.
The only thing that happened was I tried to take a nap.
oh, you can crash because your stuff's already been set up.
Don't use
Yeah.
that word.
Yeah, you'll have to look at your car tomorrow.
Crash, 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 crash.
What about my
crash.
car?
It
What
got a
happened to
little
my
binged
car?
up. It got a little binged up on the way here.
Son of a bitch.
We'll deal with it tomorrow. Get some rest. Yeah.
Only need a generator, so I suggest we go old school and set up some torches.
It'll be a few days before I can deal with anything.
All right.
Bonfire and torches.
Didn't you some also some kind of light source that you took from the Calamity and someone else took from the first time we met Meditech? Some kind of glowing bucket or something like that.
Glowing bucket.
I'll have a lantern. But that's not gonna light up very the distance is not gonna be very far.
Well, we've got some kindling, and I've got an incendiary grenade.
I do have the
A road
construction
flare.
lights, and we could run
Do
a
not set off a
vehicle
grenade.
to run them off of, probably.
No
do
grenades.
not do a grenade.
Please, no grenades.
All right, so you guys start making camp. You set up bonfire. Definitely not with an incendiary grenade. You get some torches together. Whatever it is that you would like to use, that's fine. If you want to use a flare, go ahead and use one from your inventory. Just take that out of your inventory. But you guys are all set
we'll
up.
Also, use
and-
bits and pieces of this broken house as firewood.
Well, that's what I was going to mention is that you're doing this outside of that little area of that collapsed house, but there are 3 other buildings in this small no stoplight ghost town. You guys see what looks to be a kind of misshapen clinic and housing. You see one that looks like a former bookstore or book front shop, but the walls of the building have been kind of collapsed and exploded out. And you see what looks to be an old church. It's got its own little steeple with a cross on it, but there's no roof. It's been blown out already. But those are the other 3 buildings there.
We'll investigate in the daylight. Let's just everybody get some rest. We'll set up 3 watches, me and the 2 deputies.
All right, so you guys start setting up watch. You set up camp. What I'd like everybody to do right now is please tell me, how are you sleeping? How are you sleeping?
Mojo will take his own tent back for the time that he's not on shift.
Since someone did not, was not able, or a couple people were not able to complete our supply run when they went into the city, I don't have a sleeping room.
I'm pulling that up right now. So if you're going to be camping out, go ahead and roll me a wilderness survival. If you are going to be sleeping in a vehicle, then I'll need you to roll me a second. Living in a vehicle, roll me a endurance check. So wilderness survival if you're camping, endurance check if you're sleeping in a car.
Does
going
in the
to us,
car? So does in the car count if it has a sleeping quarters? And do any of the vehicles have a sleeping? Because there's a vehicle upgrade for sleeping. It basically counts the same as sleeping in an apartment.
None of the vehicles
mine
have
doesn't.
sleeping quarters.
That's
And
right. Yours used to, Domino. We took that out for storage, right?
I never really had that. I took out the storage for the extra
seats.
off-road suspension.
Oh, okay.
The seats were always a part of it. I do have full-on camping supplies for myself. If somebody helps me set them up, then I'll. Does that still count as?
Calamity already set them up for you.
Okay. Does that still count as camping or need a check or?
Yes. If you are sleeping in a tent, that's called wilderness survival. If you're sleeping in a car, I'll need you to roll endurance.
I have 2 inflatable beds and 2 tents. Does the bed affect anything or no?
That'll still be wilderness survival if you're camping.
Okay.
You got a spare?
I have 2 sets,
gonna-
so I do have a spare, yes.
Okay.
Do you want it?
I am
You're
never
welcome to
getting
use
rid
it.
of this -2.
Oh
Remy's
my
gonna pull
goodness,
over to the buggy.
Domino.
Okay. So you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
sleep in the
use
car
6
then, Remy?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my luck since it's almost the end of the
Does-
game. I figure I need to use it on
Does
something.
Kali have a cryo bag or cryo tank?
Nope.
Can Domino just sleep in that?
She does not, but she can tend to him while he's sleeping.
Endurance is actually better than, because I don't have anything in wilderness survival.
You can sleep in the AV.
Alright, so, Mojo, you were able to get a full night's sleep. Congratulations, you camped out successfully. Jack, you wake up from sleeping in your sleeping bag, completely tuckered. You now have a -2 modifier. Domino, you have not gotten another good night's sleep yet again. Your modifier is now down to a -4.
Oh, the -4 is from the being seriously injured as well.
Okay, so then you're at a minus. You're being treated. So for the seriously injured, you get to heal. So give me just a second. Remy, you do not get a good night's sleep in the back of that buggy. Calamity, you do not get a good night's sleep on that little blow-up mattress. I guess it's a little too rough terrain. T-Bar, you do not get a good night's sleep inside yours either.
I use 6 luck, so that should
Oh,
be
okay.
at 21.
Then you're fine. All right. So yeah, most of our party is now fatigued, which really kind of blows that you guys just had to kind of camp out. I was anticipating that people would try sleeping inside the buildings.
Does
Yeah,
not.
I tried that.
Yep. Yeah, you did. Once.
let's see, one,
Yep.
2. So with a +2, I'm using up the stink palm and Sophie's +2s. Would a +2 get anybody up to passing? didn't pass?
Calamity, yes.
And Calamity should probably use those 2 +2s.
Agreed.
Okay, so Calamity.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finally use up mine, because yeah, we just brought in all those +2s. I'm going to finally use up mine. The reason that none of you slept well last night is that outside of your tent, you're not sure why, but there was just a constant onslaught of the sound of coyote mating season. Nobody got a decent night's rest because of constant, never-ending howling, barking, and what sounds like... I'm gonna leave it to your imagination. It's a very noisy night. So the only people that really got any good sleep were Mojo and Calamity and T-Bar. So Jack,
How much
you're at a
did Domino
-2. Remy, you're at a -2, and Domino's at a
Technically
-4.
-4.
Okay, you're
How
in
much-
2 days of bad sleep, Remy?
Oh no, -4 with my seriously wounded.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that if anybody is injured, right now is a chance for you to heal equal to your body. If you have advanced antibodies, you heal double your body. And because Domino is being taken care of, I'm going to roll medicine check. You can also
There
heal double
should
your body
be-
instead of 6.
Well, that will actually put me above it, because just my body would not put me out of serious injured.
Okay.
So I'll get rid of that, but because I'm still not sleeping well, I'll still have a -2, so a -4 overall, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be
So-
the... Oh, Mojo? What's up?
The speed heals that Mags took from the camp were replaced from the list. So the camp would have some speed heals too.
Okay,
So
so
Kali
we
should
can,
have access to some speed heals.
we can use those up once morning comes around.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I don't believe that would stack in with the sleeping and the medical treatment overnight. I don't
Right.
believe you can stack all 3 of those. So, yeah. So that's going to be the night. The night was constantly filled with the howling and screaming of wild coyotes out there having their mating season, mixed with the sound of just constantly blowing dust and sand. The collapsed structures around you. You're groaning through the night, but the one thing that doesn't come to you guys is the sound of oncoming motorcycles. You don't hear the approach of them. The morning finally rolls around, and that sun crests over the, well, pretty much the Mojave Desert at this point. What you guys can see is another shitty, bright red morning with an unknown question mark sitting out in your future. And that's
It's
where
official.
we're going to...
I hate Arizona.
Yep, that's where we're going to end session 1 of season 2. Cyberpunk goes Nomad. ladies and gentlemen in our audience, thank you very much for joining us. I know a lot of this was a little bit droning on because we were just trying to wrap up the insanity from season 1 and get fully transitioned into season 2. But thank you very much for sticking around with us. And we're going to do our outros. We're going to start off with Violent Neon. Go ahead.
Hi, I am Violent Neon. You can find me on Cyber Nation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon, and here every Saturday as your nomad who is destined to never sleep again, no matter how hard he tries, and when he does, a building falls on him, apparently. Yeah.
Yep. Vampire Bites, go for it.
I'm Vampire Bites. You can find me here every Saturday night playing Mojo, the former lawman, now Outrider style Nomad with a motorcycle. You can catch me in Twitch streams all over the place, supporting and befriending variety streamers as well as Cyberpunk streamers. And you can catch me in the Discords on multiple sessions there as well as Vampire Bites.
All right, thank you. And Johnny Drop, go for it.
I'm Johnny Drop. You can find me here every Saturday night playing Remy, your very battered and bruised tech, and now also Friday nights playing Minsky. You can also find me on SoundCloud at Arkson and lurking on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord as Johnny Drop.
Awesome. Raven, go for it.
I'm Raven. I had the pleasure of playing your solo for this evening. You can catch me here every Friday on Cybernation Uncensored. Every Friday playing Fallout Asia, and every Saturday for Cybernation Uncensored goes Nomad. You can find me all over the internet at under Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Awesome. Chucky, go for it.
Hey, I'm Chuggy305 on Twitch. I was playing the Nomad T-Bar tonight, and on Discord you can find me just under Chuggy on the Cyberpunk Nation website Discord.
Awesome. Thank you. And Captain Mark.
Captain Mark, or just Mark if you like. Captain Mark 87 on Discord, over the Subnation Discord. Captain Mark 7 on Twitter, when I can be bothered to engage with that hellscape. I'm here Friday and Saturday nights. Friday nights playing Sean Dalton in Fallout Asia, and as you've just seen tonight, playing Jack on Nomad. You can also find me at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory on Sunday nights, where I play a magical con man with a northern accent, and it's fun. Do check it out. And the podcast is postponed for a little bit because wedding plans are a nightmare, but it will be touching down probably around Christmas time. That'll be the sound of dice on all of the podcast stuff.
Wonderful. And right in front of everybody who's watching with us and all of our viewers up on YouTube, a big congratulations goes out to Captain Mark. Our wonderful solo-ish, nomad-ish, rocker boy-ish has found himself tied down IRL, and congratulations on that. Very soon, you're going to be having a wedding, so congrats.
2 weeks. 2 weeks now. So. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Cyberpunk Goes Nomad from Cybernation Uncensored. I am your GM, Capricious Nature. Drop down all of my links down in our chat here on Twitch. Please feel free to check any of those out. And as has been mentioned by a couple of our players, every weekend we now have 2 slots coming in. One is Friday nights, the other one is Saturday nights, where you can catch my 2 different games, Fallout Asia and Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. I hope to see all of you there for both, and we will catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.